There we go. There we go. Are you here? I started another stream. So I opted not to have the light so much on me, but on the view behind me today. Great that you're here. Thank you. Yes, it is so beautiful here. I feel really fortunate to have some days to wake up and come stare out this window, watching the sunrise and the moonrise yesterday. Did you catch that? I think we had, for some reason, the Weather Channel says this particular full moon lasted for a longer time. I didn't click to see why, but there's some explanation of that. So hello, hello, hello. So good to be here with you today. I know that my face is darker in this image. I'd rather you stare at the beach behind me, the surf back there, which might not be in a lot of good resolution, but you can see it and maybe even hear the waves. I can hear them slightly. Maybe they're coming through the sound. So I'm aLex Levin. We're here together in the Sun and Moon Yoga Studio community, physically located in Arlington, Virginia. But now we've learned that we can be virtually anywhere, right? Virtually anywhere together. So this is a time, Sunday mornings, live Eastern time in the US, 10 a.m. to meditate. Meditation itself is just sitting, just being very, very still, to sense our connection, our undoubtable, again, I'm missing a word, I'm often missing words, our ever-present, our never not here connection to something we know is home. It might feel like home. It's always right here and only accessible in the moment. The moment, only accessible in this moment. Our mind can take us forward and back through time. But our nervous system, our bodies can access this moment. And so it's so important to include the body. And that's what we do here. I'm going to read a poem. Before I read the poem, I'll talk for a little bit and then we'll get into our sit. That's about 12 minutes together. I've been thinking of themes of several themes at a time. One is that it seems that we need to slow down, that we need to actually come to a full stop, bring this body to a full stop to help us to access that seemingly invisible but absolutely palpable knowing of our essential self, that boundless, timeless essential self. It helps to slow down even if we're still and we're tuned in more to our mind's activity rather than our heart and body, that it's too fast to catch it. It's too fast to catch it and and let go of the thought, and to realize the moreness, the fullness that it's all here. But when we turn our attention, this absolutely incredible tool, to the body has no choice but to just be here now. I don't think it does. Not yet. Maybe science will give us some tools um, to move into the past and future. Our creativity already takes us there, and that's a good sign that maybe. But in any case, where the realm I'm talking about, there is no past or future, so it's always the right here. Even if we go in the past and future, we're going to be right here. Does that make any sense? Anyhow, another theme I've been thinking about a lot, and it's woven throughout what I'm practicing and hopefully sharing, is this integration of all the constellation of everything we experience. So this poem by who is this? A poet I haven't heard of, Jeffrey Harrison, that I got this poem from Jackie Schaefer, my dear friend and also meditation teacher. This poem is called Green Canoe, and it beautifully brings together this idea I have of, and I have, that yoga is this integration. And how is it we integrate? What does that mean to integrate? I'm just going to let the poem speak for itself and the art of it. And after we hear the poem together, we'll just slide into meditation. I forgot my bell, my traveling bell. So I tried some glasses here, but they don't have that great crystal ring. So we'll just bow together to begin and then bow together to end. Green Canoe. I don't often get the chance any longer to go out alone in the green canoe. And lying in the bottom of the boat, just drift where the breeze takes me, down to the other end of the lake, or into some cove without my knowing, because I can't see anything over the gunwhales but sky as I lie there, feeling the ribs of the boat as my own, this floating pod with a body inside it. Also, a mind that drifts among clouds and the sounds that carry over water, a flutter of birdsong, a screen door slamming shut, as well as the usual stuff that clutters it, but slowed down, opened up, like the fluff of milkweed, tugged from its husk and floating over the lake, to be mistaken for mayflies at dusk by feeding trout, or be carried away to a place where the seeds might sprout. As we begin our sit, I think I'll read that poem very, very slowly. So ensure your position, whether it's a sitting position, a lying down, prone, lying on your side, legs at the wall. Ensure that it is super supported, that you sense support. And to begin, let's bring our palms together in front of the heart, bowing. Releasing the hands to wherever you'd like to place them for this time of stillness, approximately 12 minutes. I won't read the poem, I'll just point to it. lying in the bottom of the green canoe. Sense that support like the ground underneath us, unless you're actually sitting on a boat as you're with me. Under the boat, there would be the waves of the moving the water, even if it was very, very still. I have a feeling would be moving in the unison of the body breathing, the boat, the water, the land that holds the water, the planet holding the land. Notice what sounds float around you. Seemingly coming to you, through you, and leaving. Lying in the bottom of the boat, just drift where the breeze takes me. Sensing the ribs of the boat as our own ribs. The breath is here, moving these ribs. In a resting way, note how you can sense your breath, attend to it. Cherish this in-breath, relaxing the brow, relaxing the shoulders. Feeling where this breath is in the body through its gift of movement. Feeling the ribs of the boat as my own, this floating pod with the body inside it. I use the word cherish, cherish this breath. And what if we could attend to this breath, this mind, this body, this heart, but also be willing to let it go, to let each thing finally end like the in-breath, like a petit mort, a small death. In a sense, we have no trouble letting go of that in-breath into the next pause or out-breath. Or maybe you find as you're observing your breath that maybe you do have a resistance. I have found this before, where I've exhaled and I almost am loath to inhale, as if holding on to that exhale. And feel there that one that is holding on. Attend to that one. Or to the streams of mind that, like milkweed, tug, get blown by the wind. Lunged at by the trout. Fully attend to each one of those. Each one. And yet sense, let go of each one to sense what is prior, what is holding all of this, what is animating, what is the source of animation of all of this. It is between the words of this poem, it is in the words of this poem. If some intensity drags, pulls at you, tugs at you, and you give it care, kindness, attention, without losing the feel of the back of the body against the boat, back the inside of the boat. Sensing that one that is drawing our attention, connected, chain by chain, link by link, the thing next to it in space or time. Held by the fullness that we sense in the spaces between the words, around the words of this poem, boundless, timeless. And as if with the sound of a silent bow, bring the palms together at your front of the heart. Take your bow, sensing the feel of the bow, the feel of the body, the gesture, the movement, the intention, whether mine or yours or ours. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll write up this poem at the in the notes under the YouTube, under the video later on today. And I wish you, as I talked a little bit, I think last week about, I wish you to, and myself, to experiment with finding this same sense of boundlessness, this same home, feeling of being home, this same sense of what is before and what is permeates and animates everything that we experience. And that homeness we'll find more and more, even in our busy and challenging and loud and fun moments, as well as the very, very quiet ones that we share here together. Thank you. Please check out our sunandmoonstudio.com website to see all that is offered there in person and virtually. Peace.